Good morning. My oxygen's at 77, so I'm just gonna take a couple deep breaths here. Get back up to where I need to be. I've been feeling a bit under the weather the last few days, and I'm gonna start now. There we go. I've been feeling a bit under the weather, and honestly, it feels kind of scary. The hubby and I were chatting this morning about how it's probably just a normal flu or a normal, just any other old thing, but there's almost like a little bit of panic that sets in. It's not the first time I've said that, but he said, it's funny how all of this has made people feel so fearful for, over something that could just be a cold or just a flu. And even for people who've had COVID, where it is just like a flu and they move on. I said, well, it's a little different when you almost die from it. We actually had a little bit of a laugh about it. And then he got ready and headed out, and he drives like just over an hour to work every day. So we'll sometimes chat on the phone before the kids get up to get ready for school, and he he talked to me about that, about how it is different when you almost die from something that seems like just a flu in the beginning, and even not realizing that it had progressed as far as it did. Kind of snuck up on me. I just felt tired and wanted to sleep all the time. I will say that this sickness for me has caused a lot of fear. And so another thing that I'm working on for myself, especially for me with what I believe in, that I've, that God hasn't given you a spirit of fear. It's a struggle, and in your mind where that you should trust and not be fearful of these things, but honestly, I'm fearful still, so I'm a work in progress. Just trying to even be on here and speak it out loud instead of keeping it into myself, and talking with my husband about it. I believe all our kind of like mask mandates have been lifted in Alberta, so things are starting to get back to normal. But I did take a rapid test last night just to make sure, kind of put my mind at ease. Breathing's a little bit harder today. I'm stuffed up. And I don't know, like how you move on from being under that fearfulness of worrying. I never really worried so much for myself, but worried about passing it on to somebody else, and I mean, for a long time, actually, since before my daughter was born, so probably, like 18 years ago, we had a family member that we had to kind of almost follow similar COVID guidelines for. So we've always tried to kind of keep our circle small and just make sure things are tidy and hands are clean. And, you know, if you had a kid had a runny nose, we couldn't see the grandparent. So a lot of that stuff was similar for us and hasn't changed. But the thought of, you know, actually getting anyone sick from anything, and that it could be a loss of life, you know, just, it is a responsibility. It feels like a big responsibility when it's more than just one person that you have to watch out and be careful for. Whew. I have to take pretty deep breaths this morning. I will say it's pretty amazing that I might be huffing and puffing, but I'm riding and I'm talking. So that's my just keep swimming, Dory keeps me going mentality. But working through all the fears and just being able to speak things out loud, not to necessarily keep those things hidden into ourselves, or they have power over us. That's what happens for me. Like, I don't want to talk about these things with people that I see, because it's almost, unfortunately, shameful with the way things have been. You know, like, if you've had it, it's like, what must you have done wrong? Or it's just, my body just had a hard time fighting it. So, yeah, just being able to speak those things out loud and not have them have control over your life is a huge thing for me. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, like, go ahead and tell the whole world, or, you know, if that's not you, that's, you know, that's okay. It's not normally me, even though I'm doing it. It's something that I think, for me, is helping with my healing process. Just being able to get it all out and kind of in one go, instead of so over and over every time you see people. Yeah. Whew. I'm gonna take a couple more deep breaths here. Yeah, so I guess today I'm gonna probably rest. Yesterday I didn't ride just because I was feeling a little worse for wear. But thankfully my oldest son was home and was able to go drop the kids off for school and pick them up. So that made my life easier yesterday. It's much warmer here today, -8. Lots of snow. I don't know, I could maybe show you out my windows. There's all the snow. It's very foggy today. And there's my daughter's drawing of the Grinch. My youngest started doing Charlie Brown. And then a little Frosty the Snowman there. I live in an older house. It's a little bit quirky, just like me. Again, thanks for pushing me forward to keep going, keep riding. I will have, I think, could be up to 12-week wait, which honestly, when you consider how sick people have been, it's not bad. thought it might take longer to get in. But at least I'm gonna get in, and then they'll check everything out. I would say living in a small town, sometimes you get really amazing doctors, but you tend to have ones that come and go and don't really necessarily take the time or have the time. They're just kind of filling in, and I think it has definitely made it harder in this process to, I don't know, I personally feel like things could have moved along quicker, but you know what? Again, valuing the time that I have at home and with my kids and my family, and that I'm able to actually like drive and walk up my stairs a few times a day, even if it's rough by the time I get to the top. I'm thankful that I can do laundry, which I hate. If anyone out there knows me, knows I hate laundry. I can make a meal. I can sweep. And saying that, I don't do them all at once. It's like do one thing, have a rest. And even this bike ride after, I will probably need to take a nap. It still seems silly to me, but you get so incredibly tired. Pardon me, my little tickle in my nose. 12 minutes in. Maybe this ride will sweat some of the, I don't know, the flu bug out. Drink lots of water and maybe eat some oranges today. I just want to encourage anyone that is struggling with fear to not keep it hidden. Share it with someone that you trust, that will push you to be better or deal with these things and not stay hidden. In my life, anything that I've kept hidden hasn't ended well. For me, it's been better to bring things into the light with someone that I trust and has a good relationship with me, that will tell me not just what I need to hear in the sense of pat on the back, but urge me to deal with it in the right way and give me some accountability. I will say that getting me to ride this bike every day and make a video, try and do it six times a week, just take one day where I'm not doing this video, has made me more accountable. It's easy to get down when you're fighting a battle every day. And there's so many out there that are, I think most people in life are fighting an everyday battle. So I encourage you to find that safe person so you don't have to fight that battle alone. Find some hope. It's not easy. It's easier said than done, but it is possible. You just need that one person to help. Here's my 15 minutes. Well, my oxygen is up pretty good. 97 now. Thanks again for coming with me on this journey. I hope that it'll help your journey. Have a good day. Bye.